I want it, and my Twitter feed is still people talking about it because they're just like because the upload said a trailer, so people are not sure if like a full pilot's coming out or if that was the pilot thing, and like or if there's a full season about to happen. Everything's really vague on it, and they're just like, tell us more. Don't be vague. I want to know. Can I learn with Pibby?
Well, we will find out soon enough, I guess.
Oh God, damn it! I don't like I don't like things with no mouths.
Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, where Anwar and Keyframe wonder about random drivel.
Your audio is so bad with that mask.
I believe it. Also...
Oh, no. Please don't be the full episode with this level of audio.
I literally don't know how the audio is.
It just sounds really muffled and not good.
That is not good, I know. Does this help? Now I'm an audio
A little
ghost.
bit.
Haha.
A little bit. It just... I mean, I feel like you're calling me... You're like us in Scream when you're calling someone, like, I could see what you're doing. Oh, God. But continue the podcast with the mask. Sure, Vlad, anything for you. I'm sure nothing bad will happen here.
I mean, at the very least, I need to wait for Edward to come, for Michael to come here.
I don't know if it's my Discord or something. It's just that, like, sometimes you get really quiet. It may just be maybe my Discord. I don't know.
Might be. God knows that I am never getting quiet, even if it would be better for everybody involved.
Yeah. So when did you make the decision that you were going to be a fucking mouthless Cupid doll?
That's an interesting
question. I hate that so much.
Don't
tilt your head. I hate it. No. Ah.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about. This hand is completely ruining the illusion.
Got my... Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Yeah. Help.
I've had a very stressful 20 minutes, so...
Well, welcome to the show. This is less stressful.
Welcome.
Hi.
This is a place without stress. A place for friends where you can. Oh no! If I come too close, you can. No, if I come too close, you can see my eyes, and the illusion is broken. No, I need to go back.
Hey, honestly,
forgive me. I'm eating because I haven't eaten in like 6 hours.
It's fine. You can eat. Look, Max is literally doesn't have a mouth right now. Everything's fine. He's just activating my visceral fear. I hate things with no mouths. Oh no, and now he's bald!
Damn it. So much for the true nightmare of every man. Baldness! Nothing is spookier.
I've already shaved my head twice. So.
But yes, I Nice work, Max. You gave me a scare. Woo!
Yay!
But yes, hi, Michael. Welcome.
Hi.
What you eating?
Tuna helper.
Ew. Okay.
How dare you?
I don't like cooked fish. I have established this. I only eat sushi when it comes to fish.
Tuna's one of the only fish I can eat. So.
Well, good for you. Anyways, this is not a way to start the show, but hello everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the spooky cast where spooky ANY and Keyframe talk about random dribble. When did you how long have you did you just buy the mask for the show, or did you always have it?
No, I didn't always have it. Last year, Denim, when she went out there and tried to find Halloween stuff, she saw this mask somewhere for, I don't know, €2 or whatever, and got it. And I actually got to use it last year in the office. So I basically, in the same outfit, had the mask on, sat like that in the office. Also had the cape with me. and I just sat there like working like this on my computer. And when people came by, I also did the crooked head thing and followed them with their gaze.
There's just something about something that does it. There's something with things that are just pure white, no readable eyes and no mouth. I fucking hate it.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant in its simplicity. That's what makes it like. No, you can have the most elaborate werewolf mask. It will be shit against this kind of.
Well, yeah, because this kind of shit activates our little monkey brains and being scared because we can't read what it is. Like, it's just like, no. And
well,
then when you
I know people who are just afraid of masks in general just because you can't see the face.
I know, Michael. I'm afraid of Minecraft YouTubers too. I'm afraid of Dream. It's okay. You could just say that you are.
I wasn't saying me. Yeah. I was just saying other people.
I know. But yes, hi guys. Today we have Michael.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite food-eating person.
Exactly.
Hi, Michael. You are.
Hi, welcome to my live mukbang. We'll be eating
We should hate our audience one day and do an awkward cast. It's just where the guest and all of us are just eating food while we're.
No, it has to be an ASMR podcast where we're all.
Oh.
Who can go the longest?
Get food. I don't want to get food near my mic.
So we all turn the cameras off and we just.
Wait,
Halloween.
Hold on, I gotta get.
Oh.
It's the water drinking that makes it the worst, isn't it?
I got some peanuts.
Oh, please do.
Let's get up close person to the mic here.
Yes,
One second, I gotta get some in my mouth real quick.
There was just a singular peanut crunch.
Yes. I also only heard the single in the beginning.
Turn the cameras back on. But yes. Hi, Michael. Glad to have you back on the show. It's been a while.
It has.
Oh no, Lauren tunes in right into the mukbang part. Lauren, I'm sorry. Don't go. But yes,
stay for the show, Lauren. Stay for us.
By my pooch, he's down in the corner.
Aww. Can you pick him up?
A good corner pooch.
Calvin, come on.
His name is Calvin.
He doesn't even want to get up. He just lay there. I will drag you.
That's come on. Oh, and whoop, there he is. Calvin looks so disturbed. Hello. Oh. He's like that. And then there's the pooch. Is that Rocket or Himbo?
That is Himbo. A handful of Himbo.
He was just, when you were holding Himbo like that, he was just staring off in his face with his feet against his head.
Yep.
The lights are on and no one's home.
Flop.
There you go.
Calvin, what are you doing?
No!
Okay.
Don't give Himbo ideas.
You guys with your fucking pets.
Calvin, come on, get out. Back onto the acoustic phone.
Where's he going now? Scratching. Okay.
Okay.
Enough animals. Michael.
So that was the pre-show.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
It has been a while. So Michael, please remind us. Who are you? What do you do? And why should people care?
I don't know why people should care, but I'm a voice actor. I've done stuff for Pymations.
Pymation. Oh, and
Pymations. I was Mr. Krabs in Narmak's anime SpongeBob video. Oh Jesus! What else? I've worked for Smash Bits. I've worked for Arcade Cloud. I've been in a couple games.
Ooh.
Trying to think of what else. Trying to think of something.
Don't you? I mean, like, besides that, you've interviewed many of people.
Oh yeah, I have a podcast, but I haven't done. I have a podcast I haven't done since July, called "Who's on Next," because people aren't returning my emails.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but you have a new podcast now.
Yeah, I have a new podcast now called Cinema Gremlins. It doesn't mean that the other podcast is dead. It's just going to be a once in a while thing now when that other podcast happens. But that new one is called Cinema Gremlins, and it's me, Chrissy, Lauren, and Chris. Usually just one of them a week, where we just sit down and talk about a movie. And today, an hour ago, new episode went up where me and Chrissy talked about the Banana Splits movie.
There it is! 41 minutes ago.
The best movie of all time.
It was so fucking good.
It's so bad.
You talked about it on Awkward before, didn't you?
I've talked about it on Awkward, and we talked about it again here. But yeah, that shows. Yes, for an hour. But yeah, Cinema Gremlins is fun. We use my little gremlin heads, and if I'm not the one talking, I'm the cameraman.
You're silently, the ghost editor. We call you the ghost editor when you're not there.
But I love.
Yes.
I love how the video preview is just those blinking heads.
It's like a stoplight. It's a turn signal of heads.
Can we do the same for? Yeah. Oh
my god! Yeah,
there's actually stuff happening.
It is great in Lauren's and in Chris's episode, which will come next week. With BP, the silent cameraman, I get to put all the visual references on screen, so you know that I try to be the most fucky person imaginable. So I constantly put like dumb references in it and just have images appear on screen. Yeah, I have a running thing where I put different pictures of Dan Aykroyd on screen, and everyone just yells at him until he leaves.
Understand. I still don't get it. Why Dan Aykroyd? I still don't.
Because Dan Aykroyd is a weird.
I like Dan Aykroyd. I love but I don't understand Dan Aykroyd.
I love Dan Aykroyd, but look, if you were going to be stuck in a movie theater with a bunch of like ghosts and weird things and movies, Dan Aykroyd would be there. Dan Aykroyd went on Larry King Live and said that we would never have contact with aliens because of 9/11.
Especially after 9/11.
Especially after 9/11.
That's a
so
very
what are
specific
you?
One.
I mean, here's the thing: is he wrong? If you were a bleep bloop alien and you saw that the human race was doing that to themselves, it's just like, no, fuck that noise. I'm out of here. But yes, Michael. Besides that, what else have you been up to recently? What dragons have you slain?
Well, there was this guy named Zach. There was these two named Zach and Wheezy that I killed a few weeks back. They were kind of annoying, two-headed dragons.
Finally! I asked a guest if they've killed dragons every week, and finally someone has.
Yes.
This isn't the definition of insanity.
You predicted it. You predicted it, that at some point you would have the guest. Okay, Michael, how much did she pay you up front to finally fulfill her prophecy?
Oh, I did that for free. She's paying me an exposure.
Spoken like a true online artist.
Spoken like a true internet personality. She's paying me an exposure.
It's funny because it's true.
But yeah, what else have you been up to recently? Just living?
Yeah, I got swamped at work today, which is why this ended up being a little later. That the pre-show was a little later than it was supposed to.
Whoopsies.
So, yeah,
it's okay. Things happen.
Like 15 minutes before I was supposed to leave, like 20 people came up to the front and just overwhelmed us. And so I got stuck there like almost 10 minutes longer than I was supposed to. And then my Uber driver was like 10 minutes away. So I was like,
oh no.
Yeah.
That just sucks that you had your own Evil Dead situation there.
Yeah, and I literally got home, and I'm like, okay, I need to eat something. There's tuna helper in the fridge. We're going to eat that. Okay, dog, go out. Dog, go outside now. Now. And he went out for like 2 minutes, and I just let him back in. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like, you just going to have to sit in here. If you have to shit, I'm going to kill you if you do it.
Well, that is... we appreciate your commitment.
Yeah, we appreciate you and Calvin's commitment to the show.
I mean, mostly Calvin's at this point.
He doesn't seem to care. He's just sleeping on a thing of acoustic foam right now.
I mean, that's the best thing to sleep on.
Are you looking at me right now?
But yeah. So, but yeah, besides being stuck at work and slaying dragons, any other highlights or?
Not that I can think of.
No, that's fair. That's fair. God knows. I'm while you are doing your part, I'm desperately trying to remember if anything happened in my week.
If anything happened in my life.
Anything. Oh yeah, I guess something did happen, but it's like not that spectacular. I mean, it's generally good news-ish. That on Thursday, we had a team get together at work, and a new colleague came by, and he's just awesome. He's a super great dude. So looking forward to working with him starting tomorrow. And it was it was an overall fun, surprisingly fun day. Even though it got a little bit hijacked and got turned from having a beer with colleagues into an entire day-long workshop. But
that's a.
But the atmosphere was good. It was also a get to know your teammates. That especially for the last 2 years, the majority we only get to know each other via cameras and hangout calls and whatnot. And
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that we even in person get along and actually get along better than in those calls, because the calls are kind of like, especially if they're work calls.
There is a difference between how you can interact and your chemistry with someone in a call versus in person.
Absolutely. And
I've been on the internet long enough to know that difference in meeting people at cons.
Yeah.
I remember one time me and my parents had discussed me moving in with like my best friend back when I lived in Illinois. And they had said the idea of like, well, here's the thing. They're your best friend when you hang out with them for 2 hours, but you don't live with them. And that can be very different than hanging out with them for a couple hours.
True that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Besides that, not much. We did a bit of cleanup yesterday because we are expecting visitors next week. So
yeah.
Halloween, we have pumpkins now outside the house. And we got trick-or-treaters in Germany. I haven't had any. Ooh, look at this pumpkin.
You got a tiny baby pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my little pumpkin friend.
Is it a real pumpkin or is it like a craft pumpkin?
No, it's a real pumpkin. I just look. The thing is, when I go to the store usually nowadays, because Brett's busy, I usually just walk from the gym home, and my gym's here, my grocery store's here, and then my home is down the way. So I just kind of go across the street to the grocery store and then walk home. I'm not hauling a giant ass pumpkin on my way home. So I saw these.
It could be a heck of a workout.
I already, sir. How they do ahead. Yeah, but But yeah, sorry, not to hijack your thing. You got trick-or-treaters, sorry.
Yes, which, surprisingly enough, because the last few years in my old place, I never got them. Halloween is known as a holiday in Germany, probably in most of Europe, due to American media. Like, how old is E.T.? E.T., this very famous scene with all the kids running around and with E.T. under the blanket as a ghost.
The alien? Oh yeah, the alien. The E.T. 82?
Yeah,
83?
something like this.
I don't want to... I'm going to look it up. I don't want to say E.T.'s that old, but oh my god, 82.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow,
it's older than me. But this means something. And yeah, this movie, oh, look at him smile. But yeah, this
His
movie...
name is Pumpkin Friend.
Very accurate. Very accurate.
He's a pumpkin named Pumpkin.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that Keyframe is the creative one in this circle, and
Pumpkin the Friend. His middle name is the.
Yeah. No, but
any questions?
It's known. Halloween is known over here, forever, but it's not really celebrated to that degree. And so seeing kids running around trick and treating, I heard of it, but once again, I haven't seen it the last couple of years. So suddenly, during a call earlier with Denim's parents, suddenly doorbell, and I was already like, "Oh no, is this maybe the janitor being angry about the pumpkins on the window?" And no, then it was just a bunch of children. So I'm like, trick or treaters. Ferrets trying obviously to run out the door.
Yeah, but I mean, like, after almost 2 years of lockdown, I think any kid would find, like, people are like, hey, look at this modern tradition, and you can get out of the house.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, technically we have two and a half other festivals in Germany that already allow kids to go around and beg for sweets. So Halloween is not
but what?
One more.
What's another one though?
There is Carnival, which is admittedly primarily celebrated in Western Germany, so not here in Berlin, where they literally drive cars through the city and throw candy like this, like not even exaggerating, into the crowd.
Drive by.
The way you said that made me think it was like Blues Brothers. They literally drive through buildings, like throwing candy at people.
Oh. Happy Carnival! But yeah, so that sounds like you've had a very eventful day. Let's see, what happened with me?
What did happen with you?
What happened to me that was positive is the other way to format this question, because I could rant, but God, nothing really happened.
Wait, this is all that food troops. Give me a big wagon. There they come. They don't throw anything. Shame on them. Throw shit!
The day of fools!
It didn't throw anything. But yeah, sorry, you're weak.
Yeah, no, nothing much really happened in my week, honestly. I mean, besides my usual, like, get up, work.
And my usual, get up.
Work.
Just that's
Shut up. Go to the gym, work out, and sadly, no one passed out or got a concussion at the gym this week, so I have no interesting stories there.
Well,
just me getting strong, which I am.
I guess then if nothing happens, media.
Yeah. I'm still going through.
Oh, sorry. You made it. You were like, hey, nothing happened. I'm sorry. Okay, please.
I was saying that there was no notable gym stories, and usually I only talk about the gym if someone gets hurt at the gym.
Yeah.
But okay, and then besides that, like, we recorded a new Cinema Gremlins. That was cool. Yeah. No, the only notable thing is that I opened up a queue for little PNG tuber commissions. And people seem to be responding to that queue well. Like, I think there's only like 4 slots left. Yeah, there's only 4 slots left out of 10, which makes me happy.
Support her. Buy her shit. Yeah, Go support her.
Yeah, if you've seen like the 3 Idiots show, you can get little PNG tubers like that, or you could use them for YouTube videos because they're just essentially talking avatars.
Go support her. Buy her shit.
Yeah.
She's talented.
Come on, everybody. The last 4 slots have to be gone by the end of the show.
You basically get 2 like colored drawings for $40, which coming from a professional artist is not bad at all. But yeah, so that went good. That's been. God, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, it's gone. But yeah, that's been my life. So. Yeah, I think it's media time. The time for media.
The time for media.
Yes.
I don't know.
Michael.
Yeah. Do you have a media?
Well, we already talked about banana splits, so I'm not going to talk about that. It's like.
Yeah. I'm getting my media, so.
Anything else that you consumed in recent history that you have anything to say about?
Last night I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula, the 90s one with Gary Oldman.
Oh boy.
I guess I could talk a little bit about it, because honestly I don't have a lot to say about it, weirdly.
I mean, go ahead.
For a movie that's so bombastic and the set designs are so fucking huge, I don't have a lot to say about the characters or the story, really. Like, it's really weird. For a movie that's so big, it was just kind of decent. Like, I have way more to say about how the movie looks than I have to say about the movie itself. It's very weird.
I mean, it says something that the when me and Lauren went to the Academy Museum, they did have something that involved this movie, and it was literally a costume.
Oh, the costumes in the movie are fucking awesome. I ended up finding out that the costume designer for that movie was from Japan, and they had asked him, "Do you know anything about Dracula?" And he said no. And so they told him, okay, don't do any research. Just come up with what you imagine these characters would wear in this period of time, or what Dracula would wear. So, like, all of Dracula's outfits are fucking awesome. Like, they're these, like, kind of kimono, but, like, 18th century, like, combo, like, Victorian outfits. They're really cool.
Oh, yeah, like this fucking suit of armor.
Yes! His fucking armor. At the beginning of the movie.
The flesh armor.
I remember watching this movie.
The most I can talk about is Gary Oldman, because he's fucking amazing in it, but it's Gary Oldman, so by default, he's fucking amazing. Like...
I mean, that movie had a great cast, because you have Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves,
Richard E. Grant, Carrie Elways, like, tons of people in it. And it's so funny, because I feel like a lot of them don't have a lot to do, because Anthony Hopkins doesn't show up till like 45 minutes in. Carrie Elways is disgustingly underused in that movie.
Like... There's just something so interesting about seeing this movie the way it is, knowing that the person who made The Godfather is the person who directed it. It's just
I found out that apparently this movie exists because he was making it because this was done by his studio, Francis Ford Coppola, and apparently his studio was in fear of, like, bankruptcy, so this movie was basically made as, like, okay, I just want to make something fucking weird, and if my company goes under, then I'm going to make this be the last thing.
I mean, that's a great way to do it.
And this movie made, like, a shit ton of money when it came out.
It made, like, $216 million.
I think on, like, a $70 million budget.
40 million.
40, okay.
Yeah, it made its bank and back. This movie is like, there's so many impressive things about it, but I've never seen a more forgettable, impressive movie.
That's the thing! Is that it's the most accurate version of Dracula I've ever watched, like, to the book. There's so many good people in it. It looks fucking amazing. Gary Oldman's fucking great in it. But, by my god, it is the most decent, amazing looking movie I've ever seen. Like, it's so weird.
Do you recommend people giving it a watch for themselves?
I recommend it for Gary Oldman, and I recommend it for the set design, because the interesting thing about it is that there's no digital effects. No, there's one. There's one digital effect in the entire movie, and I know it's 92, so CG wasn't being super prominently used yet, but it's all in camera. All the effects were done, like, live on set, or done using miniatures or dolls, or... The opening has shadow puppets, which is really weird. It's like a combination of live actors and shadow puppets in the background. Like, the movie has a lot of cool effect techniques. It's just everything about this. I don't know. It's just a kind of underwhelming movie for as amazing as it looks.
So if you want a good, underwhelming, amazing experience, watch 1992's
If you want the best looking 7 out of 10 movie you've ever seen, watch Dracula.
That is somebody's photoshopped that on the DVD cover.
The best looking 7 out of 10 you'll ever see. And 7 out of 10 to me, it's a good movie. Like, a 7 out of 10 to me means it is a good movie, but it's not a great movie. Like,
it's a passing grade.
Well, yeah, no, a 7 out of 10 to me for a movie is, like, it's good. It's not great, but, like, I might watch it again at some point.
Was Love Song for a Vampire really that big? I, like, clicked on it, and it said that it got international success.
Is that a song from the movie or something? Or
that's the song that Annie Lennox sings at the end of the movie. That's during the credits. Apparently, on the European Hot 100, it was number 5.
What?
Why? Why does Europe want to love a vampire? What does that remind you of?
That reminds me of. Do you know the song "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal? Like,
yes.
I remember finding out like a few months ago that fucking song was made for Batman Forever, and that's really funny to me. Like the Jim Carrey Batman movie, like "Kiss from a Rose," Seal's most well-known song, a great fucking song, and it was made for Batman Forever in a scene they didn't even end up using.
With Val Kilmer Batman.
Yes, it was a song for a scene they didn't end up using, so they just put it in the credits of the movie. Oh, and there's a music video for it too, where he's in the Batcave. Like, there's a music video.
Familiar, yeah.
No, look up "Kiss from a Rose" music video. There's a music video of Seal in the Batcave, like, and they keep cutting to footage of Batman, and it's fucking amazing.
What was it? Kiss
from a Rose.
I got the link. I got
it too. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember this music video.
Yeah, it's like a Batman themed music video, but the song does not remotely fucking fit the theme of the music video.
He's singing in front of the fucking Batman signal.
Yup.
Would you? That's the thing. I love telling this to people because nobody expects that this is what the music video would be for this song.
There's just something of it fading to Seal. Just fading to Seal with his shirt unbuttoned, oiled up, and then it fades into just Batman.
And then it just faded into Jim Carrey, just there.
Yeah, there's Batman!
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying! It's so fucking weird!
Yeah, that's the thing. I actually saw this on MTV back in the day. But I didn't I was just like, dumb little kid, I didn't question it. It was just like, oh, okay, this is Batman. I don't know why.
You're like, what the fuck? Why Batman? What the fuck?
And I mean,
I'm sure that I've seen this before, but I don't think it's hit in my head that this was on that this was a song on the Batman Forever.
Not just that this was for a Batman movie, that this was specifically for Batman Forever, the Jim Carrey Batman movie
with the debt credit card.
No, that's Batman and Robin.
You sure?
But
that's the joke.
Yes,
that's the
That's the scene where Batman and Robin are fighting over Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the Joel Schumacher That's the second Joel Schumacher Batman movie.
That's the thing. Like, would you? It's like the song "The Prayer" by Celine Dion, and how that song originated from Quest for Camelot of all things.
Yeah,
like one of Celine Dion's most famous songs, and it was in It came from Quest for Camelot.
Well
it's
then, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
From this experience.
Fish. Yeah, so, I mean, to move on, we have to stop staring at Seal singing lovingly to Batman. Thank you.
So, who goes next?
I mean, like, I could talk about Inside Job.
Then, please do talk about Inside. Yes, Inside Job.
Oh no, dark.
Alright, so yeah, while I was working this week, I put on the new Netflix animated series Inside Job. And I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. I mean, it does come from... people are misnomenclaturing it. It's executive produced by Alex Hirsch, which means he gave it money. He's... And I think he wrote a few episodes, but he's not the head of this. But yeah, Inside Job is basically, think of any conspiracy theory that you could think of. Hollow Earth, mole men, lizard people. These guys are the task force that... These are the task force that keeps all these conspiracies running. The best thing is that they actually form that every conspiracy theory people have is technically wrong because it's actually a different conspiracy theory. Like, they have a whole episode shitting on flat earthers because the earth isn't flat, it's hollow.
Hollow.
Is it looping?
I watched I get my information from reputable sources. I watched Godzilla vs. Kong. I know the earth is hollow. And there's monsters living in the center of it.
Yeah, I think my favorite, though, is the moon landing was not faked because they didn't go to the moon. They had to fake the moon landing footage because the people who went to the moon decided to stay on the moon. And that is amazing. But yeah, I really like this show. It has a little bit of a slow start, but it really picks up fast. And the character, to me... the characters that really push it forward is Reagan, the girl, and Brett, her number 2, the smiley boy. They have such a great chemistry. They are great friends. And Reagan is best girl. I love her. She is my spirit animal of constantly tired and not wanting to deal with people. Like, I love her so much. She is great.
But
and
one question, does she need protection?
What do you mean? I mean, no.
Enigma was like, it's best girl and must be protected.
I mean, she does need some protection from her social ineptitude, because she does punch people when they try to hug her.
Nice.
but yes, she, I feel like some of the characters, you'll either love them or you'll hate them and learn to love them. Because I love all the characters, because they're all assholes. But sometimes, but you know, I know some people don't have a tolerance for a bunch of, you know, the people who don't like It's Always Sunny kind of thing. Like it, because like they are well written characters, but they're not exactly likable characters, at least not at first. Because you have Gigi, who runs manipulation. Like, they all run different facets of Incognito Corp, which runs all the conspiracy theories, the secret government. So you have, like, the head of manipulation, who, like, puts subliminal messages in the media, made the Minions, and when you slow down the Minions audio, it says, kill your parents.
Lovely.
I think one of my favorite lines...
That reminds me of the what were they called in the Spy Fluglies? The Floops Fooglies in the first Spy Kids movie. And when they slow down their audio, like they all have high pitched voices, and when they slow down their audio, it says like Floop is a madman, help us, or something like that when you slow down their voices.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines in the show is Gigi saying like, "Oh, I invented selfies so people in the United States would track themselves." Which is an amazing line!
That is a good one.
But then you have Dolphin, who's like who runs like the military stuff, who's like half man, half dolphin for an experiment thing. Then you got like Magic Mike, who's this mushroom creature from the center of the earth, who is the biggest asshole in the show. And then you have I forgot the doctor's name, but he's a biochemist who's just constantly blitzed off his mind with every narcotic you can think of. And I love him. He is he is so off kilter. And then you got Reagan's dad, who is like the person who looks like the person, like the crazy person on YouTube saying like every conspiracy theory, but that's because he was the old CEO who got fired, so he's constantly trying to fuck over the company.
That's Christian Slater's character, right?
That is Christian Slater, and he sounds like Norm Macdonald. God rest Norm Macdonald's soul. God, Christian Slater is amazing as him.
When I had found out about his character, I was like, they should have had him look like Randy Quaid. They should have had him look like Randy Quaid. That would have been fucking great.
I know, but Christian Slater, all the actors do great in this show, but Christian Slater as the dad is just, I love you, Christian Slater. Be mine. But like 90s heartthrob Christian Slater from Interview with a Vampire, please be mine.
90s heartthrob Christian Slater from Fern Gully.
I mean, his character in Fern Gully didn't look bad. But point being, this show is just so funny, and like overall it's episodic, with like the thing being, the overarching thing being Reagan wanting to just get higher in the company's position. So it's more like character growth is the actual arc. The whole, it's not super like you have to watch from the first episode story driven, even though I mean it's a streaming show with 10 episodes. You're not going to lose anything by watching it from the beginning. But I feel like if you have a favorite episode, you could put it on for someone and they're not going to be completely like lost if they didn't see episode 1, which I like. I'm fine with that. I like Futurama shows where the character arcs are consistent and there's development, but there's no super overarching the world is going to end storyline. Like, that's fine. But yeah, I really love it. This show is so funny. It's definitely my flavor of humor. I would say it's actually less cynical than Rick and Morty's humor, which I'm fine with. And I'm fucking okay. Here's Chrissy's rant of the day. Ooh-wee.
I had a feeling this was gonna come up, the Rick and Morty thing.
I'm fucking sick and tired of everyone calling every new adult animated thing a Rick and Morty ripoff. Especially since I really don't see how the art style of this show is a Rick and Morty ripoff. Because the style of this art,
something
the
about
show's
the
art
eyes.
style.
It looks fairly close, but not to a point where I'd say it looks 100%.
Yeah.
Because if I want to talk about a show that looks 100% like Rick and Morty, fucking, was it Hoops? Was that fucking shitty Netflix show like that? Just straight up looks like Rick and Morty.
Well, yeah, but this one has like differences in the facial structure because the eyes are a lot smaller. I think the thing that makes people think about it is that everyone has like little bags and like their pupils are small, because that's what Rick and Morty has. Rick and Morty has like those little pinprick pupils going on, and a lot of adult animated shows have characters with smaller pupils now, just as a running thing. But the thing is, the show's art style is really clean, and how the characters move and the characters acting is a lot different than how Rick and Morty characters move. And that's the thing about, you would think in this day and age, in the year of our Lord 2021, people would realize that animation is more than just how it looks when it's not moving.
Well, and also,
it's not animated by Rick and Morty.
Well, and also for me, I hear this, I'm like, to be fair, shows ripping off other shows' art styles is not new. That's been a thing since the 60s. Yeah. I gotta say, that's not a new thing.
I think the thing is that people are misnomenclaturing trend with ripping off. Because if you look at the 80s, the 90s, the 10s, the aughts, whatever, there is a string of stylistic consistencies throughout those years, even if the show has each show has their own unique spin on those consistencies. But that's just because that is what's greenlit at the time, because that's the zeitgeist of animation. And also we forget that a lot of these creators and a lot of these designers are probably around the same age ranges as each other, so they were probably with similar influences. And then there's the higher up influences.
I remember when the CalArts thing, when She-Ra came out, was going on. It was either She-Ra or Thundercats Roar. I don't fucking care. I hate CalArts so much. But when the CalArts argument was going on, I remember somebody did this great, like, graph that was basically shitting on people that did the CalArts argument. And they said, oh, these fucking cartoons look the same. And they literally showed every single male protagonist from every single 80s cartoon. And they were like, how does this look how is this not exactly the same? They all have the same fucking face. He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, like, all of them have the same face. Like, literally all of them have that look.
I think it just pisses me off because Inside Job is such a nice-looking show. Because, like, the backgrounds are beautiful. It's animated so well. I like the character designs because I think, like, because Rick and Morty is a very ugly show. Like, let's get real here.
Yeah.
It's an ugly show.
Well, yeah, purposefully ugly. Yeah. That's the point.
And to me, I don't get how people can look at shows where these characters have actual, like, chins and shit. And then you look at Rick and Morty where everyone looks like a fucked up egg. And you're like, oh no, ripoff. Same thing. It's like, aren't we angry at shows now, at adult animation nowadays, because so many of the adult animated cartoons choose to be ugly as sin, and we have an aesthetically pleasing one, and you're calling it a ripoff? What do you people want? You are a kid in the back of the car crying that you got your Happy Meal, suddenly saying that you wanted a Whopper. And it's like, you just said you wanted McDonald's!
What's that Family Guy bit from like a year ago where they were talking about, I think it was like BoJack? And he was like, you just asked for specifically that. Like,
yes, like, and it pisses me off. Adults are children. And it's just like... Oh my god.
The CalArts argument, like, I remember when you're giving me angry thoughts about when Masters of the Universe Revelations came out this year. And all the fucking 40-plus-year-old dudes who were like, why the fuck is Teela the main character? Why they get rid of He-Man? I'm like, did you not watch He-Man? Do you not remember Teela being a main character? Do you not remember her being, like, one of the biggest characters on the show? Like,
no, because people have selective memories. Because they're dumb. Everyone is dumb.
The hate for Masters of the Universe Revelations all was basically dudes being like, why isn't it He-Man and Skeletor? Why isn't it just those two? Like, because there's so many fucking characters on He-Man. There's like 7 main characters.
It's called
there's like 7.
It's called the Masters of the Universe.
Well, it's like if they did a new Transformers show and they had no Optimus Prime in it or Megatron, people would be pissed the fuck off. Because they'd be like, where the fuck is Optimus Prime? There's like 30 main characters in Transformers.
People tend to forget with an ensemble cast that they're an ensemble cast and they just go for one. Point being, Inside Job. I recommend Inside Job to people. Hey. My rant on people being really weird about art style trends aside, Inside Job is a wonderfully animated, very funny show. And I think... I personally think it's funnier than Rick and Morty's been recently. So I think people should give it a shot. It is on Netflix, and it's only 10 episodes. I think the people who wouldn't like it, I mean, if you have a suspension of disbelief problem, this show's literally about people running the conspiracy theories that run the world. So, like, if you can't process that there is a timeline where all the conspiracy theories are semi-true,
go back and watch your the high fantasy show of your choice.
Yeah, go back to that. But if you want to watch a funny, grounded show that does have like a lot of good interpersonal character stuff along with weird hilarity, then Inside Job is for you. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Recommend. Protect Reagan at all costs. I mean, she'll probably protect you, but I love Reagan. I love Reagan a lot.
But yeah.
But now it's your turn, Max.
It is my turn. So, and for my media, I went for something specifically spooky. Like it is a come true nightmare.
It's not Cabin in the Woods again.
No. It's an absolute. It's basically the most spookiest, nightmarish media I could talk about. At least if you are Royal Enigma Prince, because it's an audiobook, and it's an audiobook that I'm now talking about for the third time on this show. Because we finally finished the third and final installment in the Jonathan Tips trilogy or Chronicles, The Never Army. I'm pretty sure I talked about The Never Hero when I listened to it first, and I was absolutely loving it, talking about, advertising it, being like, this shit is my shit. Then I recall not too long ago when Denim and I went back and re-listened to the Never Army in parallel to I'm Gideon. Or My Name is Gideon? No, Gideon the Ninth. I'm mixing up the German title with the English title. Gideon the Ninth is the English title. And when I was comparing those two that I previously visited, was like, the Chronicles of Jonathan Tip don't hold up as well. When you re-listen them and compare them to something else that's like Gideon the Ninth. Now here I am, having finally finished the series. The third book, it's bad. It's like I hate it. I hate to shit on T. Ellery Hodges' creation. I mean, it's his passion project. He's a self-published author, and this trilogy is his baby. It's his great achievement, but the third one is just not good. I mean, for starters, the thing is so. Setup/spoilers for the first two books up until this point. You have this character, Jonathan Tips. He gets implemented he gets implemented a device which makes him unbelievably strong, but only if he gets transported into a copy of reality to fight a monster over there. And if he defeats the monster, he gets basically re-implanted in the very moment he got removed from reality. If he loses, he gets eaten by the monster and disappears from reality, like from one moment to the other. And therefore, nobody ever knows what a great dude he is, because he does all his fighting in a parallel dimension. I believe there were anime in the 90s that had basically the same outline of a story. But it was an interesting story. So you have this student who is just trying to balance his private life, keeping the secret of this double life he's leading, having the pressure of the world on his shoulders, literally trying to survive. The second book still followed down in those lines. It built on this concept. It introduced a few new characters. It had problems. And looking back, those problems were probably red flags warning us about the final installment. But then something bad happened. He switched genres. He switched the complete style. While it was always this one dude just fighting his battle, now suddenly the second book, this is now actual spoiler, but since this is what is the opposite of a recommendation?
Stay away.
Stay away. Like, I'm sorry, but if the third and final book is just not good, and all the books building up to it, it's a not recommendation. I put on the spoiler warning out of principle, but so the second book, basically, he's also trying to hide from a government group that is trying to catch him and the alien that actually gave him the implant and whatnot. And the big cliffhanger on the end of the second book is they capture him. They capture him and his friends. So it's like, and the alien. Everybody is captured except for a handful of people. And it's like, whoa, shit. And then the third book starts, and he basically is now Superman. Like, he is breaking out of the facility. He is literally now having an army. He is not anymore the character we have been following for 2 books. He has been completely replaced. He is the same character in name only. The entire style of the book has changed. And I guess I can stop this big spoiler now, but it's like, I have the feeling it would have been healthier if I assume he got carried away. He had this big story, like he wanted to write, and he got carried away in it, and he was passionate. And it is basically an 80s shonen manga. No, shoujo, the one for guys. Shonen. It's basically a shonen anime from the 80s. Shonen, but written as an audiobook. He also writes a screenplay. He's a screenplay writer. He writes everything visually. He describes grandeur scenes that you can see, like, yeah, I can picture how this looks in a big summer blockbuster, but it works a little bit silly in a written form. And it was really, at the halfway in the beginning of the book, we were like, hey, it gets good at some point, please. Maybe this franchise will even eventually pass the Bechdel test. Bechdel test. Maybe it will even pass the Bechdel test. We have a total of 4 female characters by now. Come on, they must talk about something else than the protagonist at some point. Oh wait, the mother got side-benched. The mother got benched. She's literally out of the book in the first half hour or whatever. And at some point it was just like, okay, we're cooking tonight. Or we're driving to the con last weekend and whatnot, like, listening to Never Army? Come on, we need to get it done. We need to free our audio time up for something different again. It really completely turned on, especially me, since I really, really fell in love with the first 2 books, and what was kind of red flags in the first 2 ones became all-out issues, and the switch in energy and genre about it. It was a drag. It was a drag. It was hard to get through. It's
so you're recommending it to everyone who likes a light, fun, good time. I see what you mean here.
It's like, yeah,
it's the next Harry Potter.
So not. I'm feeling so bad for T.L.A. Hutchins to shit talk him, but. And he has so many fans and proofreaders. I'm not sure how this thing got through in its current form.
Apparently, it has decent reviews too. So maybe people are seeing something.
So does this abomination. People are dumb.
You always okay. So we're going to have 2 segments that devolve to people are dumb and the best 7 out of 10 movie.
No, it's not a 7 out of 10. It's a 3 or something.
I'm talking about Michael's media.
I was gonna say I didn't say my thing was bad. I said my thing was decent.
So this is
we have decent, good, bad.
Are you talking about the people or about the media? Hey.
Anyway, give us your final elevator pitch to either say to
stop after the first 2.
Hooray.
I don't know, it doesn't work because the cliffhanger is too big at the end of this last one. No, I don't know. It's like, forget all my recommendations about it in the past. It just, or stop after the first one. Maybe the first one is still rounded up enough to be like, hey, but it goes only down from there. Don't bother. Watch, I don't know,
listen to Junkyard Pirate. There's a recommendation from Chrissy for a better.
There we go. Or any audiobook from Yahtzee. Yahtzee writes. So far, all bangers. I haven't listened to one.
Listen to the FNAF books. They're actually well-written horror stories. Anything's better than, and you know what? They passed the Bechdel test more than this.
I believe so. I mean, it just needs to pass it to beat it. Listen
Exactly.
to the Closed Tomb Chronicles trilogies, quadrilogy, whatever it is, like Gideon the Ninth, Harold the Ninth. Listen to those. They will fuck over your mind when you first listen to them, but when you revisit them, they hold up.
Instead of listening to an audiobook, go watch Learning with Pivy on the Adult Swim YouTube channel.
Please, they said that it might get more episodes if it gets enough viewership. Please, they might actually make it into a show.
Cartoon Network is still trending. If you click on Cartoon Network on the trending tab, a lot of it is just screenshots of Learning with Pivy.
I know, because it's such a good idea for a show. I really want that to get picked up.
I was talking about it when you were still getting on your way home. Like, this is a screenshot from that. But anyway, I'm getting the question.
Yeah. Do we have any statement about the art of the week? I mean, it's spooky. It's by Keyframe.
It's from last year.
Yeah.
I was going to make one. Life got a little bit hectic, a little bit busy, a little bit of men are garbage, except for current company. Michael, you are not garbage, and neither is Max.
What about Will Smith?
Will Smith is not garbage.
Exactly.
His wife is garbage. Not him.
What?
I haven't followed the gossip around Mrs. Smith, so please elaborate. What the hell?
Well, you haven't heard about all the shit about Jada Pinkett Smith repeatedly cheating on Will Smith?
Okay.
Huh.
They have an open relationship. That is not cheating.
I was about to say, then it's not cheating.
She literally just came out recently saying that she cheated on him and didn't tell him, though.
I mean, if this is not in alignment with their previous agreement about the openness of the relationship, then yes, it is cheating again, even in an open relationship.
Anyways, I don't want... this is not a celebrity gossip channel.
But yeah, I would say the art, it still holds up. Helltaker is still awesome.
And so are ghosts. I like that when we put up the promo, Michael responded in this chat with, "Oh my God, Chrissy's dead."
It's true.
I like the idea. I still do love the fact that I don't have a neck in this. The choker fully choked me, and now I'm just a floating head.
The neck just went.
I did have a drawing that I never finished with these two costumes. Where I just kept where the comic was me constantly throwing my head at Max and him smacking it away like a volleyball. I'm just like, you get back here. No, I'm not listening. You get back.
Well, like that part at the end of Mulan with the ancestors like playing volleyball with one of their heads or something like that.
Exactly. Look, I'm just saying that the way that I draw my character's head to just be so big and squishy, it does look like you could throw it very easily. But yes, question time, the Q&A.
Yes. So I have a one where we probably all three need to put our heads together and come up with the perfect answer as a team. From a Spooky Prince.
Ooh.
If you all had the resources and time to pull off your greatest trick/prank on Halloween, what would it be? Where would you pull it off at? And who would it be intended for? So we all know that I have no creativity, so I need help. What is a perfect Halloween prank? Scale, sky is the limit. We have unlimited funds and resources.
Let's mummify the Trump Towers.
But I'm not sure if this is a Halloween prank or just a gift to humanity in general.
Okay, fair. Let's put a Halloween costume on the Sphinx.
Just a giant ass mask, like a witch's mask.
I'm surprised that hasn't actually been attempted. Like, I'm surprised nobody's ever attempted to do something like that.
Have you seen how big the Sphinx actually is?
No.
Yes.
That thing is monstrously big when you actually see it in comparison with a human. But it's just like, but no, just imagine if we had the resources to just have a giant, like, cargo helicopter to put a cape over it and a big old mask. I mean, the thing already doesn't have a nose anymore thanks to Napoleon, so it's like, you know, that could be interesting. And then all the Egyptians are like, what the hell? Why is Michael Myers suddenly...
If we had the resources to make a 50-foot tall Michael Myers mask and find a way to put it on the Sphinx.
It is definitely very Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, there's an idea. What about you, Michael? I mean, I can't be the only one suggesting things.
I don't like pranking people, so I have no idea.
Yeah. My lack of creativity is holding me back. I mean, one idea would be like building up on Keyframe's idea. So instead of becoming guilty of international terrorism by defacing a foreign landmark in a country,
it's not defacing; it's fixing the face.
We're refacing it.
We're refacing.
It's true. It's true. The Michael Myers. Michael Myers mask actually. Michael Myers mask actually has a nose, so it would be an improvement.
We're Caging John Travolta-ing the Sphinx.
I see what you did there. Nice. But yeah, no, I would recommend like the idea, but taking it to a place which probably recommends it more. Not recommends, appreciates it more. Let's do the thing that Keyframe said, but with the Statue of Liberty.
So we're just gonna mess with America, okay?
But I could also. America is the home country of Halloween. I mean, even here in Europe, where Walpurgisnacht originally came from, like with the witches dancing on the blocks back around the fire naked. I mean, obviously this is not happening in America because they are too prude for the nakedness.
I mean, it's more of we more take it from the Celtic holiday than we do.
Which is Walpurgisnacht, I believe. But yeah, the big holiday as we know it today, like, is more of an American adaptation. Mm-hmm. And then they made it big. They are the country of Halloween. So they should appreciate it. They can probably appreciate it the most without feeling attacked. I mean, except for it's their symbol of freedom, which we defaced, but they had it coming. It's French anyways.
I'd make the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean into fruit punch. Ooh. So you would just dye the ocean. Yes, let's kill all the ocean life, because I'm sure that won't end badly.
Make it just food coloring.
Yeah, we just have a bunch of red sharks.
We just need to find like a literal gallon of food coloring as big as the Eiffel Tower to pour into the ocean.
Ferret?
Ferret almost was not a good boy, but he remembered that there is a litter box right next to the point where he was about to go down.
To make a mess.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Rocket.
Up here. Come on. I need a little bit of assistance on your end. Come on. Don't just let yourself fall. There we go. Nom 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 nom.
Okay. Here's my final prank pitch. Yes. Okay.
Your prank pitch?
We dress up a bunch. Yes, we dress up like 100 ferrets in little vampire outfits and set them loose in Parliament.
I was gonna say, you're just making me think of the Weasel Stomping Day segment of Robot Chicken.
No, that doesn't end with what happens on Weasel Stomping Day. I'm just saying if we put not even Parliament. Let's think bigger. Let's get 1,000 little ferrets dressed up as vampires.
Let's think of the United Nations.
The EU Commission, and just
the United Nations.
It would be the most productive day since the creation of it.
Yeah, And then just all the ferrets are just scampering around, taking papers, fucking rolling around in things, pooping everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no! They're carrying away the head of Greece. It's like, oh no! Why aren't you fighting back?
More productive than anything else that ever happened in this house.
Yes. So there you go. There is our great pranks.
Yeah.
Let me get to...
Exactly. Go to Discord, because I can't reach my computer at the moment. I have a ferret on my lap.
You can always put the ferret down.
Excuse me, we don't blaspheme in this show.
All right. So from, okay, from Mr. Joe Mule. Happy Halloween for this most spooky day of the year. My question is in keeping with the tradition and spirit of the holiday. The question is, have you ever had a moment in your life that was supernatural to explain? Or did you ever want a moment in your life where you wish a supernatural thing happened? I'm going to cut out the last part of that question. So, have you ever had an inexplicable thing in your life that felt supernatural?
I have wanted a ghost thing to happen to me my whole fucking life, and I've never had, like, a ghost thing. I can think of one, not supernatural, but miraculous thing that did happen. And oddly enough, it was on Halloween.
Oh.
It was when I was 7? Something like that. I was like 6, 7. I was Jango Fett from Star Wars. I was crossing the street with my sister because my parents were at the library and we were going to meet them there. And I remember I tripped and fell, and I looked over, like, once I fell, and there was a car literally 15 feet away from me. And I literally, like, scurried and got up, ran as fast as I could, and, like, cried and hugged my mom and dad. That car never slowed down.
Ah, lovely.
That car was like 10, 15 feet away, never slowed down. That car should have hit me, and it didn't. That's like the closest thing to a supernatural thing that's ever happened to me. Is I'm just like, I have no explanation for that. I don't believe in angels
Guardian
or divine entities, but, like, I don't know what that was.
Luck. I mean,
weird luck, given the car didn't slow down.
Yeah,
really weird luck.
But you, as a statistical kid, that was lucky enough to stumble.
Not get hit.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, for me, it's also like, I mean, this was a lose-lose question. The first half, I have also never experienced anything supernatural, which is the reason why I don't believe in anything supernatural. I mean, on top of it, I know that personal experience isn't worth shit if you cannot recreate it or prove it otherwise, because that's where most of the people come from. Like, my personal experience, that's why I believe in XYZ, because I have seen it with my own eyes. The people left and right of me didn't, but but then again, I'm also not creative enough to come up with a nice moment where I would have liked to see something supernatural happening. I mean, when I go over over a graveyard in the dark or something, when it's spooky atmosphere, an actual ghost to appear would have been like whoa, shit. So that would be like something legitimately spooking happening in a spooky moment. That would be it.
My things that are supernatural are more Christmassy supernatural than they are Halloween.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come.
I mean, I always associate the first Christmas after my dad passed away. There was no prediction of snow. In fact, it was like in the 60s for most of that time that I was where I was at in Christmas, and night of Christmas Eve it snowed. So I'm just kind of like, this feels. Am I about to hear Fahudore start to play? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know. There was some Christmas spirit happening that day.
This asshole is drinking my water.
Make him stop!
Oh! What's the... Seriously, buddy? Seriously?
Not in the decanter. Don't get your claws on the decanter. I paid good
money. Oh no! He's attacking the camera now.
I don't have a story myself, but my dad has told me several. And because the house he used to live in when he was a kid was very haunted, and him and his siblings have several stories about it. I remember my dad told me a story a couple years ago. I'd actually never heard this until a couple years ago. He had said, basically the setup of the house was, imagine there's a couch right here. From behind, it's a hallway, and then the kitchen is like right behind the hallway. So it's basically a big open area where the living room, the hallway, and the kitchen meet. And he was in the living room watching TV when he was in like his early 20s, and it was like 2 a.m. And I remember him saying that from behind, he knew nobody was awake. Like, absolutely nobody was awake, and there were a couple people that weren't home. And in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m., he was watching TV, and he heard like, the only way he described it was a moan behind him. Not like a cartoony Scooby-Doo moan. Like, he legitimately said it sounded like somebody was in pain behind him. Like not like legit.
That's
like
not
somebody was like.
Terrifying at all.
Yeah, no. He had said no. The thing that fucked me up when he told me this story was he had said like, "Oh no, I heard this sound, and it was coming from behind me." And he literally looked. He had said, "I looked back the entire time. There was nobody there." But I could hear it like it was right behind me. And he got up at one point and like looked around the kitchen, and he could still hear it, and there was nobody in the lower floor, like the lower area. And he had sat back on it stopped, and he sat back on the couch, and then it happened again, and it got louder and fucking louder until it literally sounded like it was like right behind him, and it just stopped. When he was in a game of
phasmophobia and he was getting hunted. Like, that's what was happening there.
I know, and I remember him telling me this story. I'm like, I don't know if I would even be able to sleep that night if I had that happen, like, right behind me.
I would love to go to a place that's said to be haunted, like the Queen Mary down in Long Beach, or to the Tower of London where Henry VIII's, like, wives all got beheaded. Like, just because I want to go all Scooby-Doo on that shit and see what real estate developer is trying to scare people.
I fucking love looking up paranormal, like haunted buildings or like paranormal. I have books over on my shelf that are literally about just like haunted locations. I remember my dad had one more interesting story about the house he, and it was actually the day that they finished moving everything out of it to sell on the market. Which was when I was like 17. Because my grandparents had owned the house, and my grandmother passed away, and I think a year or two after she passed away, they put the house up on the market. My dad was in there on the last day before it went up on the market, like to sell, and he was in the attic, and he was just reminiscing around the house. And he was in the attic, and he stopped for a second, and he heard 4 people in the kitchen area. And he had said, and the attic was directly above the kitchen. And he literally just put his head down to the floor and just started like listening to it. And he said you could hear 4 people like having a conversation. And he could like make out some things that they were saying. And he went and he listened to it for like 10 minutes. And then it stopped. And he went downstairs like immediately after it stopped. And there was nobody in the house. And the door was still locked in the house.
Jesus, I hate that. But yeah, so there we go. Do we have any other questions on Twitter? Oh yeah, what Rocket was doing made me think of this TikTok.
Now how to stop it? That's how to stop it. But yeah,
you can't stop TikTok.
Yeah, of course we have our jaywalk question, which is last and final Halloween would you rather question.
Ooh.
Would you rather be a real life vampire or a werewolf? Now, fun fact about that, just the other day, Overly Sarcastic Productions, you know, the people from Trope Talk, Red and Blue, they released a Halloween special about the origin of werewolves, and Fun fact, the vast majority of what we now know as a werewolf myth is pretty recent. And also most of this is Christian mythology, not mythology, from mythology, it's Christian make-believe from the Middle Age, from the medieval times. But yeah, let's go with today's Hollywood werewolf, not the historical one.
I mean, I would go with werewolf because I'm a furry. But also, like, fucking, I would go with a werewolf simply because, like, there's too many limitations to vampires. Like, I can't eat garlic anymore. I can't go out in the sun. I fucking need to subsist. My true source of nutrients is blood.
If we're going off of the original Dracula book, you can go out in the sun. Like, you can go out in the sun, your powers aren't as strong. Like, you can literally go out in the sun and you'll be fine. I was gonna say, if we're going off the original book.
But garlic. I can't live without garlic.
I can live without garlic bread. I like garlic bread, but I can live without garlic bread.
No, you know what? Good for you. I can't. Have you ever met an Italian vampire? I don't fucking think so.
I would love that. Is a great idea for a show. An Italian vampire.
People think it's because of all the sun, but it's actually the garlic that makes it impossible.
Yes, exactly. So
because a lot of if I was gonna be a vampire, I just want to go off the original Dracula book, because here's the thing: a lot of limitations came after the Dracula book, like that can't be invited. Like into the house, or like you can only come in if you're invited. The can't do this, can't do that. Like a lot of the rules in Dracula aren't nearly as strict as vampire rules now. Because my problem with being a werewolf is that by nearly all werewolf logic, when you become a werewolf, you have no memory of it happening.
True, but
that's kind of my one thing as to why I wouldn't want to be a werewolf.
If you go by modern werewolf, though, even when you're in your human form, you have enhanced physical abilities. I want to be strong.
Really?
You already are.
Yeah, but I want to be werewolf strong. I want to be a hot werewolf furry.
I say, it's like, bitch, you already have muscles. You're already strong.
But I want werewolf muscles. I want to be able to crush. I want to be able to crush people with both my thighs and my jowls. Just like they're goddamn great. I
want to be able to have a watermelon in my hand and just.
Exactly. I want to go in front of a person and go like, and them either being scared or scared themselves for liking it that much. Like that's what I want.
You'll fucking kink shame them for crushing a watermelon with your bare hands.
Yes, I'm gonna crush a watermelon with my bare hands, and then with my fucking watermelon juice covered fingers poke them and say you're disgusting and walk away.
You're Simba.
I want to draw. But okay, Max, what about you? Vampire or werewolf?
I'm feeling like we are back in the whenever Twilight was a thing, like Team Vampire, Team Werewolf, Edward, Jacob. All three are toxic, so it doesn't really matter who you pick.
Jacob was a good boy. He didn't deserve any of the shit he got.
Watch Dominic Noble's coverage of the entire show. They are all toxic. Even Jacob. Not in the first one, maybe, but later.
He did imprint himself on a young baby.
If we're going before that, the first Jacob, the only fucking creepy thing Jacob did was imprint himself on a child. That's the one.
No, before that he forced himself on Bella. Only a kiss, but still. He literally forced himself on her. And then,
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, it's the third or the second one. Once again, watch the Dominic Noble series, or Cinema Therapy is also talking about it and ripping it apart.
You named my daughter
welcome to Millennial.
So,
welcome to Millennial. Welcome to Millennials complain about Twilight.
I know, right? But yeah, okay. So, what do I now choose? Inner furry on the one hand. On the other hand, vampires have a lot more style.
The other thing is, you bring up the enhanced strength of the werewolf. Vampires also have enhanced strength. Like that's the other thing.
But
and vampires
garlic
can also turn into bats.
I mean,
so
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. First of all, the garlic thing. This seems more like an allergy, so you can overcome it and whatnot. So,
I just realized if we're going off the original Dracula book, vampires don't turn into bats; they turn into wolves.
Yeah, this was already.
So that's the other thing.
Dracula already stole the werewolf myth and implemented it once again. Check out the video by OSP. I link it in the description down below at this rate. OSP Werewolf. Because, yeah, she brings this up as well. The Dracula book basically stole the werewolf myth from that already, or culturally appropriated.
I do love the thing Odie sent me, being like, I want a story about Italian vampire, no romance, no action, just 200 pages of what do you mean I can't have garlic? You know where I'm from. TBH.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking when you brought up the idea.
The next part is TBH. I think the main issue would be the mirror thing. Have you ever met an Italian man? The amount of time they spend looking in a mirror.
But yeah.
Vampires are anti-Italian. Okay.
But here's the thing, final answer, I will go with vampire after all. I mean, all the hair you need to tidy up after yourself. I'm already creature of the night, I stay inside and I'm mostly exposed to artificial light. It's just a logical next step. So...
Fine. I guess I'll crush the watermelon in front of you guys with your little vampireness just... You're both disgusting. Yeah.
Fair. Well then, and this was all I had.
I would pay now to see Chrissy try and crush a watermelon with her bare hands. I would pay right now to see that.
I would love to have that ability.
See if you can actually.
Oh God. One day.
One day.
But
yeah,
okay,
I'm all out of Twitter. It's all up to you in Discord.
All right, so we got one from a creeper hissing saying, you have $15 and 40 minutes to make your Halloween costume. Go. So we have to make a budget, quick costume. I know exactly what I'm doing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a piece of poster board and some Velcro straps. So I already have this. And then I'm going to get a bunch of magic markers. And then I'm going to just make a YouTube home screen, like a mobile home screen, which is a bunch of random videos that no one so I think that's just the best thing because every single one that someone makes could be unique because it's all dependent on their home screen.
So kind of like what Jack's Films did with that like apology video. Like
yeah, but except it's going to be a lot easier to carry around because it's not a giant thing going over your head. It's just walking around with it on your body.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought about this actually today. I thought about doing this at work, but I felt like nobody would have gotten the joke if I had worn this around. I have a Star Wars shirt, I have some Star Wars PJs, and I have a Star Wars hat, and I was going to walk around work, and people were going to go, oh, are you dressed up? I'm like, yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. Let me talk to you about why I hate The Last Jedi for 20 minutes.
I like that. Okay, what about you, Max? $15, 40 minutes.
Yeah. I see two options. I'm like all today. I'm going for the full menu. I have two ideas. First idea is that I just try to scram together the right clothing, like red hat, red jacket, and then I just try to have some gray T-shirt, or maybe I quickly buy a gray T-shirt and a adding. And then I just write rock band on here, and then I can finally go as a Steve Buscemi meme.
How do you do, Philip?
Exactly. You should be able to get a second-hand skateboard for under $40, right? Second-hand, crappy.
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah,
what's your second idea?
And the second idea, I probably should have gone with this one first because it's a weaker one. Just. Basically, I mean, this one was also like only a euro or two. Then getting a big dark piece of paper and fabric and a safety pin to recreate basically the hood, and then run around with a no face. Or I'm also pretty sure.
I won the creative award here.
I thought I won the creative award because this was my second.
Yours is you won the clever award.
You have a Pokemon on your head.
This is my second costume idea.
Is that a Bulbasaur Funko on your head?
Yes.
Oh. Well, anyways, next question.
That's my second idea.
Question.
Your next question is to be a shelf for a Bulbasaur Funko Pop?
He is having fun. Okay, he's having fun up there.
Oh wait! I have another idea. Let me see if I can make it work. Okay. I have no idea if this will work. It will probably not work. Oh Jesus! This was a horrible plan. You guys.
I really hope your camera turns back on and it's just the ferret. On the camera. It's just the ferret on camera.
I didn't think of it. Now in hindsight, maybe I should have gone for that, but then again, you already would have figured it out, so that didn't work. So okay.
Are we moving on or?
I'm almost there. Okay. I have no idea how it looks because I turned the camera on for myself as well. Okay. Okay.
There, now he's looking
and boom. Hello there.
Oh, I hate that.
I thought you would.
I remember back in the Vine days, there were people who would make Vines where
those fucking Vine where people would like dance around with those fucking mannequin heads and sweatshirts.
Fucking Slender Man ass looking.
Wait, oh my hood has fallen. Oh no.
Okay, moving on. We are children.
Yes. Oh,
okay, here is the next question. Okay, from Lesbian Goddess saying, so it's spoopy season. It's leave. Don't.
I
know. Don't go oh my at the 14.
She is the most lesbian who ever lesbian in my server. So.
Exactly. She's very lesbian. Okay, so ask awkward. So it's spoopy season. Hence, I am going to ask a spoopy question. If you got the chance to be a Halloween movie monster or antagonist, what would you be? What would you do? And what would be your name?
Oh, so are we being a monster, like a pre-established character?
I guess the
like
question is open
enough. Making up our own monster.
The question is open enough, so you could go both directions.
You can go both directions. I'm gonna go with a pre-established antagonist monster with mine.
Please do.
I guess that was the invitation. I would probably go with like fucking. What would I do?
Oh, okay. I thought you already had one in mind.
No, I thought you had an idea.
Yeah, I would be the people that run the cube.
They are monsters. It's true.
They are monsters, and they get away with it.
But then again, have you seen Cube Zero?
I've never seen
Cube
Zero.
The people who run the cube are just puppets themselves. They're still the upper people, the management. Probably the same guys who run the cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've never seen Cube, so I don't know a lot about it.
Well, either way, I would just be those characters whether it would be Cabin in the Woods,
Cabin in the Woods,
or Cube, or anything like that, where I'm just the higher up shadow person because I never get caught.
You just
in Cabin in the Woods. Well, in Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, but they get you know what? They get a good streak.
You just want to be Sigourney Weavers and wear those weird gloves she's wearing.
I was gonna say I wouldn't want to be in Cabin in the Woods because literally the end of the world happens because of all their fuck ups.
Well, yeah, but that's why I picked Cube. I am the shadow government, and my name would be Shadow Key.
Fair. How about you, Michael?
I want to be Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, which one is this? This is just the blood face, right? No,
it's a fish man.
Yeah.
It's a fish man.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what he means by that's what he means by bluff face.
Blah.
I just want to be Fishman because Fishman looks cool. I don't want.
Fair point,
I don't have any good reason for it. I just think he looks cool.
Well,
I just want to be Fishman.
Well, and
I just want to be Fishman because Fishman looks cool.
And I'm going to be the werewolf because werewolves are super cool and you should always pick them over.
Why did you want to? You picked the vampire last time though.
No, okay, actual answer. Do I have an actual?
Fucking hypocrite.
I know, right? What is my actual answer? Do I have an actual answer? You know what? Somebody from the Addams family.
So you want to be a fun-loving sadomasochist?
And they are kind of indestructible at it. So, some Uncle Fester type character. I mean, not necessarily him because then I need to be bold, but
you can be Gomez.
Hmm. Well,
I changed my I changed my answer. Changed my answer. I want to be the Thing from The Thing.
Oh.
You want to? Oh, that's a good one.
I want to be the Thing from The Thing because I can literally be anything I want.
Yeah.
I can literally be anything I want.
But this sounds like the ultimate personality crisis because what is the thing itself actually? What's its personality? It just
Nobody
imitates.
knows.
Yeah, exactly. It imitates everybody.
Nobody
but it
knows. There's actually there's an interesting book. It's not, I don't think it's canon, but there's a book that was written several years ago that's the story of John Carpenter's The Thing told from The Thing's perspective.
Ooh, I believe.
And I think the book literally presents it as The Thing just wants to go home. Like it just wants to leave, and people keep fucking with it.
Spaceship has crashed and everything.
They helped E.T. when E.T. was there, but that's because E.T. was cute, wasn't it?
I think ironically that movie came out like the year after the E.T.
Nice. But there you go. There's your answer. Let's see. Yeah, that's really all the good questions. So we get to the FMK.
Well then, hit us.
From Key's Undaunted Nightmare asks, Happy Halloween, my spooky spectators. For today's spooky event, I have some sweet, sweet treats for you all. But the trick is to sample them within the right order. So gather your costumes and set up the decorations for the horrific event of Fuck, Marry, Kill, Murderous and Mouth-Watering Morsels. Candy Corn, Black Licorice, and Laffy Taffy. No special ending tag for this one, but happy Halloween to one and all, and have a sit and be safe and enjoy all the treats and tricks to your merry.
We're doing Fuck, Marry, Kill for candy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I already have my answer here.
Oh, well, guest goes first.
Okay, so it's Candy Corn, Black Licorice, and Laffy Taffy.
Yes, yes, and yes.
I would kill Black Licorice.
Why?
Because I fucking hate Black Licorice beyond belief. I would fuck Candy Corn. I'm not a big fan of Candy Corn, but maybe under the right circumstances I would like it.
Okay.
And Laffy Taffy is one of my favorite candies, so Mary.
Wait, what flavor of Laffy Taffy? I just want to know.
Blue raspberry.
I didn't know there was blue raspberry Laffy Taffy.
I don't know if they make it anymore, but I remember that was the kind I always used to get, and if not, green apple.
See, I always got banana. I love
Ew.
banana. What? What's wrong with banana?
I hate artificial banana flavors so much. Like,
why?
I don't discriminate. I love all banana.
Why not get the mixed bag?
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yay.
Yeah, no, I would fuck Candy Corn, kill Black Licorice, and marry Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
All right, Max, you went last week, so you get the honor of going second.
Okay, works out for me.
Oh no, I didn't like your eyes.
I don't like that
analyzing
response.
the
I don't like that response.
Does it actually work out? I guess. I mean, since it's fine. It's fine. I mean, yeah. Okay. So, killing candy corn because it's a thing that I believe only exists in America and only gets produced for Halloween. And wait, do I think of the right thing? Candy corn. Yeah, exactly.
Like
those don't even
vampire
exactly. I have never even seen them outside of American media. So I'm like, take this shit, kill it.
Okay.
Then Laffy Taffy, I have also never seen, not even before. I googled it earlier to find this image and have an idea what I'm even talking about. And I'm looking at it like,
and that's not even traditional Laffy Taffy. That's not even traditional Laffy Taffy.
Oh, it's not, because this shit looks dope. I mean,
that's like the chewy Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy's more like just like that.
Okay, so but yeah, this looks like my shit. This looks like the stuff that I would love eating. The problem is somebody else already married it, so
you're gonna fuck it.
That's the thing.
Is that the rule? Is that the rule? Can you not copy?
No,
someone?
well, it's the host rules.
It has been for like.
That's why guests go first, so they can have their most preferred option.
Yeah, and I mean, I tried to do this. Oh, there's a banana, the infamous one. But yeah, I tried to do this already back in the day, and at some point Key and I kind of were like, okay, we always now do it. So so, and here's the thing, Laffy Taffy, I look at it and I'm like, you look like my type, but I'm not sure. So that's why I would rather fuck it than marry it right away. Now, when you see somebody in the bar and you're like, wow, that person over there. Might be, but you know nothing of them. You just see them looking sexy in a bar. So what do? You take them home and have a one-night stand. Exactly.
You stick them in the fucking taffy jar and put them in the closet where they belong.
You
German mating habits.
You stick your dick in the Laffy Taffy assorted flavors tin, because that's what.
Yeah, and this
and then you're marrying black licorice.
Exactly.
No,
and this is how...
I got an idea.
Oh no, what's happening?
Put them in the closet. Put them in the jar. Put them in the closet. You'll never leave. And you shut them in the closet forever.
Well,
why is far away yelling so funny? But yes, why are you marrying black licorice?
So you see, from those three, licorice is the only one that I do know. And while it's definitely not my favorite, think about it. If you have your absolute favorite food and you have it free access all the time, you grow tired of it. It loses its magic. So with licorice, it's not my favorite thing, but it's something that I can eat. It's also something that I would not overeat on because I'm not so crazy about it. I would still keep my mind open, to bang the Laffy Taffy on the side while I'm married to the black licorice. And therefore it's like...
With black licorice, you can maintain a healthy, open relationship.
Exactly. So this is why it's...
Isn't black licorice like how licorice itself is supposed to taste? I think it's something like black licorice is like actually how licorice tastes, like traditional.
I'm gonna fact check that. I want to know.
I want to say I've heard that before. Like black licorice is like how licorice organically is supposed to taste.
I love the supposed to. Either it has a taste or it doesn't. But yeah, Keyframe.
Okay, so black licorice is the original licorice, and then red licorice came afterwards.
Yeah, black licorice was how licorice originally tasted, but now everybody just assumes
because red licorice doesn't have the actual flavor of licorice.
Oh, it's red vines, isn't this the stuff that we got from the US store the other day?
That was Twizzlers.
Yes.
They are not red licorice.
Red vines is...
Are they red licorice? Yeah. Twizzlers? Oh, yeah, I was super underwhelmed by them. They taste like nothing.
Well, yeah, that's red licorice.
No, it's like black bullshit. That's what it is.
Well, no, okay, well, where? Red vines are better than Twizzlers anyways.
How dare you?
What? What?
Red
Mr.
Vine's
Pumpkin
fucking
agrees.
stuck. How dare you?
Mr. Pumpkin agrees with me, and
I
you know
thought
what?
it
That's
was
the only approval
Not
I
real.
I thought his name was Pumpkin Friend. What happened?
His name is Pumpkin Friend, but his prefix is Mr., so he's Mr. Pumpkin
No,
Friend.
he would be Mr.
Why
Friend.
are you assuming Mr. Pumpkin's gender? He might be Mrs. Pumpkin.
Do you want to look for the parts? Sorry. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and you weren't
you
showing
wanna-
me the pumpkin.
Yeah, sorry, I was showing my nails instead. But yeah, I mean, can you tell what he is?
Oh boy,
Uh-oh.
we're losing her.
Oh.
She
Oh,
blasphemed. She blasphemed
Oh,
against
shit.
the gender of the pumpkin.
God, this is what happens when you
Yep.
prefer Red Vine.
Oh boy. And
We're live.
oh no, she's a thing, a bibbidi bobbidi boo.
She did.
Apparently, we cannot hear or see her. Well, that's one way to not have to answer the FMK.
Oh God, she's dead again.
I don't know. Maybe she. How bad is it? Oh no! This is really the problematic thing. If it wouldn't be her turn, we could. She writes now hello in the chat. We still do not hear and see you. I mean, you see in the corner what I see. But yeah, this is the thing.
We can't see you.
Yeah, and we can't even stall. We don't have anybody else's answer. Okay. Since apparently she can maybe see and hear us, or maybe not. That's just this hello.
Maybe she can hear us.
We cannot hear or see you. You wanna give us your answer, and I read it in my best.
Oh God, what happened to me? Okay.
Oh, she made it back.
She's alive.
I was so confused because my internet didn't go out, so I don't know what happened. Okay. And no, I do not need you to say your best Chrissy voice. I mean, now I'm curious. And you haven't done anything yet for me to write a reason on the murder board today.
That's true.
Murder board.
Oh yeah, I made a board saying reasons to murder Max since he's visiting soon, so I need reasons to murder him.
Oh, hi there.
How many reasons are there? Like 30?
Well, no, there's 4. I just didn't erase the stuff that was on this thing before.
13 reasons why.
But yes, you know what? Fine. I will write down my answers, and then you have to come up with my reasonings.
Your reasoning? I mean, your answers we already know, because by rotation.
Well, yes. Okay, fine. You know what, guys? I'm exhausted with life. So Max, my lovely German Max, is going to perform for me in lieu of myself. So,
okay.
Cosmic ANY.
Okay.
Guys, take it away.
Need to get a character somehow. Not sure how you keyframe it up. I
mean, you're already wearing a long sleeve black shirt.
Yeah, I'm having a choker on. That's also a good starting point. I need to imagine. Wait. Ah, damn it! It's somewhere packed away already. I have actually a turquoise wig somewhere recently.
I mean, it's not. It's not needed right now because my hair is actually really light right now.
Exactly.
So.
Imagine the key hair.
Yes, because that's how I draw with this.
Wait, no. Put the ferret on your head. Make it. Give yourself.
No, the rocket's not going.
High.
I don't need him to get. No,
yeah.
and also these things bite him, so I don't need him to get bitten and scratched.
The biting would not stop me, but I would be worried about him falling down all the way. So
yeah.
Okay. So first I got my gold digger answer.
Oh my God.
Candy corn.
Okay.
Wait. You're a New Yorker, right? I'm walking here. Okay, this is how the keyframe talks.
Okay. So I guess that means
I want a gold digger.
I I need to be Max since you're being Chrissy, and Michael, you get to still be Michael.
The candy corn is like everywhere. It's the most rich one. I want to marry it. Give me the money. Show me the money. The candy corn is my marriage.
Wait, hold on. I need my thing to make this truly an impression of Max. Where did I put the ferret plushie?
True that, she has this. Now I have to hold the sword.
No, so I can constantly interrupt Chrissy by having the ferret come up.
Yeah, sounds about right. I'm not even disagreeing
there we
with
go.
that notion.
So yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Continue, Chrissy.
What else do we have? Laffy Taffy, it's too sweet and too colorful. I'm an artist. This is still. I have gone through 5 accents by now. None of them is an actual
accent. It's the most
accent.
James Rolfe face I've ever made in my life.
It is actually like the entire crimpled and everything. Fun fact:
don't jump off! Don't.
Critical Role did just that. Where in Critical Role they all dressed as each other, and it was disturbingly recognizable. You have Matt Mercer being dressed as Laura Bailey, and you look, and he's already a close up on him is always opening the show, and you're looking at him and like, he's dressed as Laura Bailey. Oh my god, I recognize it instantly. Anyways, so Laffy Taffy, it's like too colorful. I don't like colors in my life, even though I'm an artist and I draw a lot. So they are competition. Kill Laffy Taffy, and I want to fuck that black licorice. Give me black licorice. Give it to me, and I fuck it. Because it's spicy.
Why?
It's a spice. Licorice is a spice. I have read, or I deep dived into Wikipedia and figured out that licorice is actually a spice, and that's why. Wanna fuck it? What? Your answers don't make sense. Just that you know it.
What do you mean my accent? No. Okay,
no, your
let's
answers.
Stop the fuck, Mary, kill.
Your answers don't make sense. Trying to give your answers, it just doesn't work.
No, it does work. You are just way too awkward to make the Chrissy stuff work.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis which you do not want.